Hey guys, what's going on? Rob with 3 Strong here. I'm going to give you my recipe for my nice little morning shake, which has a good little mix of some fats, some carbs and proteins, a pretty well balanced breakfast that isn't overboard with calories. Shakes are a way where you can absolutely pack in a bunch of calories, actually unnecessary calories, especially if you're trying to maintain weight or lose weight. You don't really want to put all that extra sugar and all this other stuff in there. You know, you don't need 5 bananas in a shake, and you don't need extra sugar, and you don't need to jam pack it with all that stuff. This is a really simple recipe. I try to keep the carbs relatively low. It's not 0 carbs. It's very difficult to do in a shake, especially when you want it to taste good. Because if you're going to mix anything up, you want it to taste good. It could taste... I've had some shakes that tasted pretty bad. They were perfect balance of, you know, protein and all the essential vitamins and minerals and nutrients I needed, but the flavor wasn't there. You want it to taste great. These are the things that I've found that keep it nutritious, relatively low calorie, but give you great flavor. Okay? The base for my shakes, I like using unsweetened coconut milk. I used to use milk before. Milk isn't necessarily bad, but if you're lactose intolerant, obviously that's going to be an issue. But I found that just the dairy, when you blend it up, it gets very, very frothy and just kind of gassy. And if you don't want that later on, then let's pick an alternative. Coconut milk is great because it is water-based, so you're not going to get kind of that gassiness of it. But it's relatively low calorie, especially going with the unsweetened. They don't add any sugar. Even if you get the original coconut milk flavor or whatever, they add sugar into it. And obviously all the vanillas and other flavors and stuff, they absolutely add sugar into it. So going with the unsweetened is going to keep the sugar low. So we're going to add a base of about 8 to 10 ounces of this coconut milk here. Plus it also gives a nice creaminess. And without it being kind of an overpowering coconut flavor. The richness is going to come from this cocoa powder. So we're going to go with a chocolate flavor. This cocoa powder isn't sweetened. It's 100% pure cocoa powder. It's what you would use as you were baking and stuff like that. So it adds a couple of carbs in there, but that's mainly from fiber. If you were to have this on your own, this doesn't taste like chocolate. If you've had pure cocoa or very high percentage cocoa dark chocolate, yeah, it's pretty bitter. But this will add the rich chocolate flavor. So we're going to go with actually a couple of pretty big small spoonfuls of there. That's going to add that rich chocolate flavor. Hopefully you like chocolate. Then we're going to add in 1 banana, and this is going to add about 20 to 25 grams of carbohydrates here. And we're just going to throw that in there. And this is really where the sweetness comes from, and some of the calories. Because we definitely want some sort of sweetness. It's very difficult to have a good tasting shake unless we go high fat, which isn't bad, but some of us want that sweetness. And banana mixes really well with chocolate. Chocolate banana is a great mix. Now, last but certainly not least, our protein powder. This is a big heaping scoop of chocolate whey protein powder. That's going to give us about 27 grams of carbohydrates. We've thrown that in the blender. And like I said, this is about 1 serving. Just mix all that up. Awesome. And when we are done with that, that is going to fill up, actually, if not a little bit more. This is about what is this? This is about 16 ounces. So with our 8 to 10 ounces of coconut milk, 3 to 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, our 1 banana, and then the protein powder, that will give us a pretty good sized shake. And actually, the nice thing about the banana and the cocoa powder and everything, it's thick, it's rich, it's creamy. Just a great bit of sweetness. It's not overpowering with the sweetness. Give this thing a shot, and it's really going to fill you up. I think you're going to like it. See you tomorrow.